Hey you, yeah you sitting there watching this on your phone, probably half distracted while trying not to throw it at the wall after Monday's video. Let's talk about your voice, your support, and your power, because this past week proved that yours actually matters. At least we'd like to hope so, and I believe so. Now, if you missed Monday's video, first of all, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it. I broke down how the Federal Bureau of Prisons and their infinite wisdom decided that instead of giving people a chance at re-entry, they'd cut the Second Chance Act time down to a whopping 60 days. That's it. 2 months, a whole 60-day goodbye tour before getting spit out of prison. But hey, real quick, before I deep dive into government logic that makes a toddler's crayon drawing look like a flowchart from NASA, this entire fight, these videos, and the legal support don't run on government handouts. They run on you and your support at onlytechnicalfans.com. That's right, we've got stickers, shirts, keychains, and sarcasm so sharp it's probably on a watch list. So don't forget to head over to onlytechnicalfans.myshopify.com. Why the hell would the FBOP slash the Second Chance Act to 60 days? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because the prison population is about to start dropping and they need a reason to keep the lights on? See, when Trump shuffled a bunch of ATF, FBI, DEA, and CIA agents to do ICE work, aka actual border enforcement, instead of playing who can arrest the most Americans for gun parts, it took a big bite out of their arrest quotas. Translation, fewer people to manufacture crimes against equals fewer bodies to lock up equals less prison money. And if there's one thing the system loves more than public safety, it's funding. All right, let's pull up the FBOP letter they sent out. You know, the one explaining that they're cutting the Second Chance Act time to 60 days to manage re-entry housing availability. I will put it up on the screen here. Oh yeah, and don't forget, they're totally sincere concern about resources and bed availability, as if somehow keeping people locked up longer in high-cost prison housing instead of low-cost halfway houses saves money. That's some Washington, D.C. math right there. Because of course, the most efficient way to handle a budget crisis is by locking more people up for longer. Just brilliant. That's like saying, hey, I'm broke, so I'm going to start shopping at Whole Foods instead of Aldi's. But let's call it what it is. They were weaponizing the Second Chance Act, flipping it on and off like a light switch, using it as a pressure valve depending on whether the prisons were too full or too empty to justify their funding. And then, like a kid who knows they got caught red-handed, they walked it back. On Friday, FBOP suddenly reversed course. Another letter came out basically saying, haha, just kidding, you still get your 6 months. And I will also put that up on the screen too. Let's read through a little gem too, because you know what? That's not a coincidence. Anyways, it says on March 31st of 2025, the Federal Bureau of Prisons issued a memorandum announcing limitations on Second Chance Act placement in residential reentry centers. Based on concerns about how these limitations impact the population, the BOP will not proceed with the planned changes to limit Second Chance Act placement to 60 days. A new memo was issued today, April 10th of 2025, reciting the previous guidance. That happened because of you, because your voice, your shares, your support, and yeah, maybe the fact that Monday's video exploded and people started asking questions. Maybe that's how, I would like to believe so, but who knows? I don't know. So if you ever thought my comment doesn't matter, or my $5 doesn't matter, my only angry face Facebook share doesn't do anything, you're wrong. Now look, this is where I remind you again that onlytechnicalfans.myshopify.com isn't just a store. It's the fuel for this fight. Every sticker you slap on your truck or t-shirt that you wear, it's more than just merch. It's a middle finger to the federal overreach and a direct contribution to keeping this movement alive. So we thank you very much for that. Now let's talk about what this really means for Mr. CRS. See, the FBOP can actually give up to 1 year for the second chance time. That's right, 1 full year. They didn't fully fix it, but they patched it enough that CRS might be home by July, this July, as in 3 months from now. Probably not, but that would be awesome. But more likely, probably Christmas. Still, that's a massive shift from where we were headed. July 2026, and without this pressure from you all, we'd still be staring down the barrel of that timeline. So seriously, thank you to every single person who shopped at Only Tactical Fans, who commented, who reposted, who screamed into the void louder than the algorithm could bury us. You did that. You kept this channel alive, you kept Sierra's story alive, you've helped carry this family through one of the hardest chapters of our lives. It's literally so hard. And to those of you who spoke up, sent emails, made noise about the Second Chance Act being gutted, or even about this case, you are the reason Sirius is coming home this year instead of 2 years from now. You may never know the full impact of your voice, but it matters more than you think. So here's what we do now. Number 1, smash that subscribe button like it's a false ATF affidavit. 2, share this video like your buddy just posted a cringeworthy political take and needs a dose of reality. And 3, support the mission at onlytacticalfans.com so we can keep turning on the heat. Your voice, your dollar, your support, that's the real weapon they're afraid of. Catch you in the next one, and let's bring Sirius all the way home. Until next video, guys, peace.